Arthur Pendleton was a simple man. He mended clocks, his little shop smelled of oil and old wood, gears and springs covered his workbench. He loved the steady tick-tock of time. One quiet afternoon, a peculiar thing happened. Arthur tinkered with a strange, dusty device. He had found it in a box of forgotten parts. It wasn't a clock, not really. It had wires and crystals he did not recognize. As he connected a final wire, it hummed. A soft, blue light began to glow from its core. The air in the workshop crackled with an odd energy. Arthur felt a shiver run down his spine. This was something new, something unknown. He stared at the device, his heart pounding. The blue light pulsed faster now. Numbers flickered on a tiny hidden screen. Dates, past dates, future dates. Could it be? Arthur was a man of logic, of gears and cogs, but this felt like magic. He cautiously touched a button on the device. The room around him began to shimmer. He felt a strange pulling sensation, a cosmic tug. Disbelief warred with a sudden, thrilling excitement. The workshop vanished completely. His ordinary life had just become extraordinary. Arthur found himself standing on a dusty road. The sun beat down with unfamiliar intensity. Around him people bustled. They wore tunics and sandals. In the distance a magnificent structure rose, the Colosseum. He was in ancient Rome. The history books he had read as a boy came alive before his very eyes. The sounds were a symphony of the ancient world. Chariot wheels rumbled on stone streets. Merchants shouted their wares in a language he vaguely recognized as Latin. He quickly realized his modern clothes were attracting curious stares. He needed to blend in. He spotted a market stall selling garments. Pointing and using gestures, he managed to acquire a toga. Wrapping it around himself proved to be a comical challenge. He tripped several times, much to the amusement of some local children. Despite the toga mishap, his curiosity burned brightly. He wandered through the forum, marveling at the temples and statues. This journey was just beginning. For his next adventure, Arthur decided to leap forward. He set the device for the year 2242. The transition was smoother this time. He found himself in a city unlike anything he could have imagined. Gleaming towers pierced the clouds. They seemed to be made of light and living plants. Silent vehicles zipped through the air on invisible pathways. Robots, sleek and efficient, glided along sidewalks performing various tasks. It was a vision of a clean, bright future. The air was fresh and pure, a stark contrast to ancient Rome. Parks and green spaces were woven into the city's fabric. People wore clothes that shimmered and changed color. They communicated with small glowing devices, or sometimes it seemed, with just a thought. Arthur felt a surge of wonder. Humanity had achieved so much. The future was fascinating, but it wasn't home. He missed the simple, tangible connections of his own time. Arthur knew he had to visit a truly pivotal moment. He chose Renaissance Florence, the heart of art, science, and rebirth. He set the dial on his device with trembling hands. He hoped to catch a glimpse of one of history's greatest minds, Leonardo da Vinci. He materialized in a bustling piazza. The air was alive with chatter, music, and the scent of oil paints and ambition. Florence was a vibrant tapestry of color and sound. Artists were everywhere, sketching in notebooks. Scholars debated philosophy in shaded courtyards. Arthur felt the energy of the era coursing through him. He wandered towards a workshop known to be frequented by Leonardo. And then, he saw him. Leonardo da Vinci, his brow furrowed in concentration, was sketching rapidly in a notebook. Arthur stayed at a distance, hidden in the shadows of an archway. Witnessing Leonardo, even from afar, was a profound experience. He saw the intense curiosity in the artist's eyes, the restless energy. It was enough to simply be there, a silent witness. After his incredible journeys, Arthur felt a pull towards his own time. He had seen wonders beyond his wildest dreams. He had walked in ancient cities and soared through futuristic skies. He had witnessed genius at its source, but a part of him longed for the familiar comfort of his little clock shop, the ticking of his own clocks, the quiet rhythm of his own life. It was time to go home, back to 2025. As the device whirred, bringing him back, a touch of melancholy mixed with his gratitude. He would miss the thrill of discovery, the awe of stepping into different eras. But he carried the memories with him, etched forever in his mind. The swirling colors subsided. He was back in his workshop. The scent of oil and wood welcomed him. The familiar tick-tock of his clock sounded sweeter than ever before. Nothing had changed, yet everything felt different. He looked around his small shop. His ordinary life felt richer, imbued with a new sense of wonder. Arthur Pendleton, the clockmaker, was still a simple man. He smiled, picked up a screwdriver and got back to work, his heart full.